Hey everyone, Remrov here. In this video I want to answer a question that someone asked me recently. But as you can see, I'm doing this video a little bit different than normally. You might have noticed I have not made many videos recently anymore. There's even been quite a few months that I haven't made any videos at all last year. The reason I haven't been making many videos is that I find it very difficult to come up still with any topics to do videos about. I made about 150 videos about autism, and I've talked about many different topics, so it's not easy to come up with new topics anymore. And besides that, like most other people, now with the whole COVID situation, I've not had such an easy time since the pandemic started, and I can get very self-conscious, and then I'm just not really in the mood to sit in front of a camera. So I was thinking, instead of not making a video at all, I'm just gonna decide to do it this way. So the question I want to answer in this video that someone asked me is: are you happy as an autistic person being a self-employed artist? I don't find it very easy to answer this question, because it's actually yes and no. It's mostly yes, but there are definitely downsides about it as well. Yes, because I love drawing, especially drawing animals, which is one of my greatest passions. I love focusing on the tiny little details and get totally lost in it and forget everything around me. Besides that, it's also nice to be my own boss and to create my own schedule, etc., and not to have to travel back and forth to work and not have the difficulties and anxiety with dealing with a boss or co-workers. So I love doing it. Those are really the good things about it. But there's also things that are the downsides about it as well. Something I've always loved to have in my life is the feeling to be part of something, like work-wise, being part of a team, being connected to like-minded people. Of course, I do have connections online and social media, work-wise, like with people who like my drawings, etc. But it is different to spend every single day, all day long, working alone in your own apartment. It can get very solitary. I chose to become a full-time self-employed artist in November 2019. Well, I decided a few months before that, but November 2019 is when I really quit my job, my cleaning job. Aside from choosing this because of that drawing is my passion, I also chose this out of self-preservation. Throughout the years, I've had many different kinds of jobs, and with some of the work of those jobs, the work was very mind-numbingly boring and not enjoyable at all. And with other jobs, I love the work itself, but with every job, it didn't really matter. I always put 300% of effort into communicating and interacting correctly and politely. I literally even practicing like beforehand how to say good morning in the correct tone of voice before entering an office. But besides all that effort um, into communication and interacting, I always encountered the same issues with the communication aspects and the social interaction aspects of it. There were always many miscommunications and misunderstandings, and I had a lot of difficulties with picking up on social cues, etc. And this often resulted in frustration and even anger from men managers and bosses and coworkers. And now in situations like that, when I'm being confronted like that, I'm just not verbally capable or strong enough to explain myself, and it just leaves me petrified. And situations like that can just keep on piling up until there's just too much anxiety to even go back to work again. And then I'm not even mentioning bullying or being ostracized by coworkers, for example, and that also occurred at some jobs. Um, of course, everybody encounters things like this at some point, at a certain point at their workplace, but autistic people even much more so. Um, it's really not uncommon at all for autistic people to not have a job at all, just because of reasons like this, or they have a volunteering job way below their potential. Just because of issues like these. Another downside about being self-employed is not feeling the excitement about Fridays, um, like the feeling of freedom on the weekends, for example. For me, it doesn't really matter whether it's a Saturday or Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It can all be a work day, and I always feel a certain amount of pressure on my shoulders. When I'm sitting on the couch and I'm trying to relax and watch a movie, there's always this voice inside of my head that, I should actually get some work done. So, to be self-employed, you need a huge amount of self-discipline. It's really necessary to make it. I hardly ever take a day off, especially now with COVID. I don't really see the point to take a whole day off. It's just like you can't really do much anyway. Um, but I only take time off when I'm seeing a friend, for example, or when I really have something worthwhile planned. That's like a lot of fun, for example. And I tend to, like, before I go to bed, I tend to relax a couple hours to not have too much adrenaline, because then I can't sleep. So the answer is yes and no, and mostly yes. I don't feel like I have anything to complain about my work situation. I do feel pretty blessed to be able to be self-employed. And I'm also sure that as soon as the whole COVID situation is over, and we can have art events again and autism events and connect with people, and then it will just get much better again as well. So that was my answer to this question. I hope you liked it. If you have anything to ask or to add to this, feel free to comment in the below this video. I wish you a great day, and I hope to see you with my next videos again. Bye.